Since Tim Duncan joined this Spurs team, their franchise has won 71% of their games. Barry forced it inside. Marion clears to House. And now it's Shawn Marion rising up straight and sweet for the matrix.
That's the beauty of when the Suns push it up. Duncan has to sprint back. Well, he can't run with Shawn, and if Shawn can beat him down the court, he's going to get those type of looks.
Just ask Shaquille O'Neal, Yao Ming, and the other big centers trying to keep pace with this Suns team. Raja Bell scrapping for the steal. Loose on the floor, the Suns will have it. The tenacious defense of Raja Bell.
And see, that's why I say San Antonio sees a different team. You know, the team last year in the Suns were a little bit softer with Raja Bell out there, James Jones, Boris Diaw. Now you see defensive-minded players, and the Spurs are getting a little bit of their own medicine. That time, Raja Bell doing what he does well. On the floor, and then getting the timeout. Great defense.
I don't think I've messed up yet. I don't think I've called this place the old name.
No,
the old AWA.
Not yet. Okay. Pressure's on you.
Give me that big elbow when I do it. It'll happen. Eddie House, Boris Diaw, Marion in there. The pass from Diaw to Marion intercepted in the air.
Certain things you just can't do against this team. I mean, normally that play culminates into a Shawn Marion dunk. Well, there's just certain things you just can't do against the Spurs. They're just too good defensively.
Scouted that play out, and here comes Ori. Pops from the outside, and San Antonio now pulls to within 3. Manu Ginobili wants to check in at the next break for the Spurs. The Spurs, 14 second chance points, plus 14 on the Suns. They have 18 overall. Phoenix with just 4. James Jones, and over the top, Eddie House trying to pry it loose from Nick Van Exel, and San Antonio will have it. 8:29 to go in the 4th. Here comes Ginobili.
You know, this is what the Spurs are saying. They're saying, look, son, we're not going to let you shoot threes. We're going to run at you. We're going to fly at you. And we're going to make you put it on the floor and step in and take a 2, which is fine. That's what the Suns have done, and they're in the lead in this basketball game. And they've shot the ball well. 46% is pretty doggone good. San Antonio's at 38, so they played the game the way they should play it, but it just hasn't been a Suns-type way that they normally play.
Marion bit on the head fake by Duncan, and we have a 1-point game. 14 now for Duncan to go along with 9 rebounds. We told you his numbers and Marion's nearly identical. Eddie House can't find the mark. Ripped away by Ori. Marion for Phoenix has 11 points and 9 rebounds. Van Exel working on Diaw, and Boris comes away with the board. Rip it and run. Here come the Suns. #1 scoring team, held to 67 points so far. Eddie House for 2. Rims out. Ori has been a horse on the boards. Now has 9 caroms.
Yeah, he's playing well, but he always does. I mean, he's going to give you that type of solid effort.
Diaw with the double team on Duncan. And now they spin it in the corner to Bowen. And hold on, the pass inside to Ori, a foul on James Jones of Phoenix. Kurt Thomas, Steve Nash return for Phoenix at the 7:26 mark. So with the Suns leading by 1, here comes the ultimate closer, Steve Nash.
And got a good rest and should be ready, and he needed it because they really banged him around a little bit and really made it tough for Steve to get the type of looks for his teammates that he's used to.
Nash has 12 points and 5 assists at this juncture. Offensive foul, San Antonio, and Tim Duncan. That is number 3 on Duncan.
That's an easy call there. Tim knew, he didn't argue that.
So here comes Nash and the Suns again in the half-court set. Well, pitch and catch with Kurt Thomas. Nash snuffed out there by Tim Duncan. Nowhere to go inside of 10 on the shot clock. It's been a familiar story for the Suns all night long. Their shooting has dipped to 44%.
But Tom, you still have to be proud of the way that they hung in there. I mean, the Suns have basically been in the lead in this game. They haven't withered from the physical punishment the Spurs have put on them.
Their own defense has kept them in this game. Kurt Thomas, the hold and the foul on Duncan. And then you saw the hard slap at the ball. That's that different defensive mentality.
We have to. I mean, you just can't be soft about it. If you do, he's going to punish you. You know, when he faces you and he's that close, it's very difficult to guard. That's why you have to fight him early and force him to catch it out a little further.
Van Exel dumps it down to Duncan. Back out Van Exel. Big shot for three, too strong. And the rebound to Marion. That is another double-double. That is number 25, and right now tied with Duncan in that category in the NBA. Duncan needs just one more rebound for his own double-double here tonight. Marion running right-hander. There it goes. Bucket at one for Sean Marion. That could be a momentum builder for Phoenix.
Well, and I think if you look at all the matchups on the floor, you have to say that Sean is the one player that can at least elevate and get a good look at the rim. And I think that's been the case for Sean Marion so far, is once he catches it on the run, he's able to get up and get a good look inside the basket, and that's why he's in a little rhythm right now.
Tissue soft on that free throw by Marion, who now has 14 points. Over the last 7 games, Marion has been shooting 61% from the field. Duncan wants the lob feed inside, draws a crowd, and scores. 3 defenders could not stop Duncan on that possession.
You know, and people wonder why he's able to get his shot off like that. Well, one of the reasons, he knows when he catches it, he knows exactly where he is adjacent to the rim. So it's really not a matter of him knowing where he is. It's just a matter of him getting it up and in. Sean is rolling right now.
Literally, the pick and roll with Steve Nash flashing past the defense. Sean Marion, 5 quick points by the Matrix, and a timeout here in the NBA. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom. Captain EJ.
Let's take off. It hasn't been too many takeoffs here today. But Mano Ginobili put a left-handed flyer wide open, and then Brent Barry. Oh, he won the slam dunk a number of years ago. And then Sean Marion, just a little chip from Boris Diaw.
Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs looking to pull one out here at U.S. Airways Center. San Antonio has the ball with 21 seconds on the shot clock. Spurs' biggest lead, 8 points when they scored the first 8 of the game. Suns' biggest lead has been 6. Close battle throughout. Ori behind the line, going deep for 3. And we have a 1-point game. Last Spurs lead at the 2:43 mark of the first quarter when they were up 16-15. Suns still looking for their first big shot. Marion rising up and then scrapping for the board. I believe he will be the one hit with the personal, and he is.
Yeah, and you know, good attempt by Sean. He's able to get his shot off, and you know, you just let it go and run down the court and play D. A little exuberant right there, but you know, here's a guy that will bury you. But that's the shot I think you have to force them to take. You'd rather Ori take it than Duncan. Even though Ori has made a living out of hitting big shots, you know Duncan can make it every time.
Next foul by the Suns will put them in the penalty situation. Ori, one-handed carom. Hands it back to Tony Parker. Ori now with 10 rebounds, and there is the fourth quarter assassin, Robert Ori. It's a 2-point San Antonio lead. Ori has taken over, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Nash answers. The first 3-pointer for Phoenix tonight. In the zone with AutoZone, $100 to Phoenix Suns charities.
And just as the Spurs took the win out of the Suns come right back at them.
Superb timing by Steve Nash with that 3-pointer. Suffocating defense on Duncan. It's Ori again for 3. Inside position by Kurt Thomas. Here comes Nash. Backpedaling is Parker. Pitch it out to Jones. One step to his right, and straight, and down it goes for James Jones.
Well, take that. I mean, but, you know, and that's what the Spurs are dealing with in the Suns. These are a group of guys, although minus Amari Stoudemire, they don't back down. They come right back at you.
What a heady move by James Jones. All sorts of poise. Took the pass, waited for Ginobili to fly by. One dribble to his right, and Kurt Thomas slapped with the foul. And for Kurt, that is number 4. 4 for Thomas, 4 for Marion and Diaw. And the Suns in the penalty situation.
And that's why I'm saying, if I'm Kurt, I'm like, look, I forced the guy out. He's 14 feet away. Okay, I mean, it's not a given he's going to be able to make that shot. Kurt's worried about him messing with the ball down low. Just be ready and let him elevate and shoot the basketball and give him a hand. And also